Hey guys, it's Mrs. Hudson. I'm going to walk you through what we did in the Zoom class on April 14th. So if you missed that class, you can refer back to this video for the information that you need. We are moving on to mean, median, mode, and range. And so students wrote that title down on their next blank page of their math notebook, and then they wrote down the first sentence only of each of these. So they recorded mean is the average, median is the middle number when ordered, mode is the number that occurs the most, and range is the highest number minus the lowest number. We've been working with data a lot this year, specifically in science, and now we're going to see that carry over to math. At the end of almost every science lab we've completed this year, it has asked you to find the mean or the average. You may not have realized that's what you were doing, but the math term for that is mean. And so we'll walk through how we do that. Median is the middle number of your data set. I want you to think about the fact that you are in intermediate school, you are in the middle grades. You're not in elementary, you're not in junior high, you're in the middle. And so intermediate sounds like median, and it should be an easy reminder for you to find the middle number. Mode is the number that occurs the most often, and that's probably the easiest piece of data to find. And then range is taking the highest number and subtracting the lowest number from it. So let's look at a couple examples. In your math notebook, go ahead and write down this set of data in order from least to greatest. That will always be the first step that you will do when answering any mean, median, mode, or range question. For mean, you're going to add those data points together and then divide by the total number of data points, which there are 5. When you add that together, you end up with a total of 75 divided by 5 for a mean of 15. That mean should always make sense with your data points, meaning that if you have 4 as your lowest data point and 22 as your highest data point, your mean should always fall somewhere in the middle, and it does. Median is the actual middle number of the data points, so you're going to start by crossing them off from both ends to find the number in the middle, and the median here is 15. Mode is the number that occurs most often. Because 22 is written twice, that would be your mode. Sometimes you'll have more than one mode, sometimes you won't have a mode at all. And range is the last one. That's taking the highest number and subtracting the lowest number from it. 22 minus 4 is 18. That is how you find mean, median, mode, and range. Let's do one more together. Place these data points in order first from least to greatest. If there are multiple numbers, make sure that you include all of those in your data set. To find the mean, you're going to add those numbers together and then divide by the total number of data points, which is 10. You end up with 60 divided by 10 for a mean of 6. Remember, that number has to fall somewhere between 2 and 12, and it does, right in the middle. Median is next. You're going to cross off your numbers from both ends until you get to the middle numbers this time. When there are 2 numbers as the median, you have a couple options. You can either think logically about what would fall halfway between 4 and 5, or you can add the 2 numbers together for a total of 9 and then divide by 2. Either way, you're going to end up with an answer of 4.5 for the median. Mode is the number that occurs most often, and there are several in this data set. So 3, 4, 5, and 12 are all the mode. For the range, you're going to subtract the largest number from the smallest number and end up with a range of 10. Your final activity for today's class is to pick the just right data set and find the mean, median, mode, and range for just that one particular data set. So you're either choosing A, B, C, or D. Do that on your notebook page, and you can always load a picture of that to Seesaw for me to check for you. Thank you.